Hi guys, welcome back to another fun conversation with your favorite tech girl, aka me, Arushi. Now this video is for all of you guys out there who are new product managers, who are just starting their journey and are confused, have some kind of imposter syndrome, have a lot of anxiety about performing at work. In this video, I'll be the mentor that I wish I had when I started out. So without further ado, let's get started. And by the way guys, before I start, there's a bonus tip towards the end of the video, so please wait till the end of it. Quick introductions. Hi, my name is Arushi. I have about 7 years of experience building tech products. In these 7 years, I have worked as a developer, as a product manager, and now as a content creator as well. And in this channel, we talk about all things tech, product, and general career adulting. This video is kind of special for me. That's why I'm sitting back, laid back, and just want to talk to you guys, product manager to product manager, that it is hard being one. There are so many things that are expected from you. You're expected to know what the roadmap should be. You're expected to know what the customers need. You're expected to know all the metrics, all the numbers. Like, you're just supposed to know everything from day one, because that is the pedestal you're put on. And while it's kind of, it's kind of fun to be that responsible and to be in the center of things, it's also a little bit scary, especially for someone who's starting new, because honestly, I did not know what a product manager does or what's the expectation from me when I first joined. And my first day on the team, I was just told that, okay, this is your project, you have to manage it, go and deliver it. And I don't think I've been ever as scared, as clueless as I was when I first started out. So I understand that it can get a little bit scary. And if you're feeling like that, well, it's okay, you're not alone. Most of new product managers feel one of the things: a lot of anxiety while delivering their work, a little bit of an imposter syndrome, like, maybe everyone else around you is better than you, and what am I even doing? That kind of a thought really comes to a lot of people. And 3, a pressure to know everything, a pressure to, be aware, be the master of everything, or generally know what direction things should go in. I remember one early product manager who was reporting to me at one time told me that they felt a real pressure to answer all the questions, to know everything. And I kind of laughed on their face. I was like, how can anyone know everything? So please don't expect that from yourself. So I want to bust a few myths for you, and I want to help you as a new product manager to traverse through the waters, right? So the first thing first, that anxiety and that imposter syndrome, let's handle that first. See, there is no one who understands something from day one. So please, 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 for the love of God, for the love of to yourself, please do not expect too much from you. Expect that you don't know anything, and let everyone else also around you know it. I keep quoting this one from Tyrion Lannister from Game of Thrones, but embrace your weaknesses and let the world know that you know about them, so that now nobody can use your weaknesses against you. You learn it like an armor. I'm re-quoting him, but that's basically what he said. And I always remember this: whatever is your weakness, don't shy away from quoting it. Tell people that I don't know, and I'm happy to learn, but I don't know as of now. The moment you say that, you'll feel so liberated, and everyone around you would definitely want to help if they understand that this is a weakness that you want to work at. So that's point number 1. The second thing that I'll tell you about knowing all the answers, I think this is where most early product managers go wrong. They start thinking that the expectation from them is to know all the answers. No. Understand that your role is just to be the voice of the customer. That's the primary skill that only you have in that room and nobody else does. Otherwise, all other skills are usually present in the room. For example, if you need any design support, there must be a designer around you. If you need any technical understanding or solution construction support, there are engineers around you. Even for some kind of operational business understanding, there will be some business stakeholder that you could reach out to. However, nobody understands the user better than you, or at least that's the expectation. So what you should start building as a skill is not ability to answer all the questions, but ability to understand the user well. And how does one do that? You should go out and speak to your users. Now, how do we do that as well? Well, there's a very, very easy MICE method, mutually exclusive and collectively exhaustive method, that I like to tell everyone. So if you, let's say, are the product manager at Amazon, and you are owning the advertising business right there. So you would probably say, okay, my advertisers are basically, some big brands like L'Oreal, Samsung, etc., and a small homegrown brand or a small reseller of Amazon, reseller of Samsung mobiles and so on. So you have a small guy and you have a big guy. Let's say these are the two cohorts that you have. So you try to divide your user base into cohorts, into sections. Maybe you can also say that I have big brands in category of beauty and big brands in category of electronics, and they're both different. So you try to determine or break your user segments into multiple cohorts and speak to a few people from each of the cohorts. What this would do is this will give you a very wide understanding of the problem statement of the users, and there you will keep building your empathy in all of the conversations. And you don't necessarily have to have questions or really think through the conversation the first time you do it. Just go with an open mind. Just ask them, what are your concerns related to my product line, and that's it. So that's the way you can develop a real hard skill or a real skill, which is being the voice of the customer in the room. Apart from that, your job, my friend, is just to get things going. So if, let's say, you're owning a product and you want to do some launch, as a new product manager, people don't expect you to know all the answers, but people expect you to bubble up in case something is not going as per plan. Project management is the most important hard skill or the most important outcome that you are being judged on as a new product manager. Nobody really expects a new APM to impact metrics from the get-go, not really, but they do expect you to be able to manage stakeholders, manage expectations when something is getting delayed, and generally just deliver on time. If you just keep honing that skill and speaking to customers, I think you, my friend, have nailed it. So that is what you can do to solve your anxiety, solve your imposter syndrome, and build some kind of a hard skill. But that's not where it ends. You also have to build yourself for the future. You also have to build for that product manager role, for a little bit more seniority. Now, how do I get that? Of course, the voice of customer and the ability to project management helps, but you also need a mentor. A lot of people, obviously, a lot of APMs have an SPM or above who are mentoring them in the company. But in case your manager is not that great, or you're not able to connect with them, or maybe you don't have a manager and it's a very early and a haphazard startup that you're a part of, in that case it's good to find a mentor, maybe some other product manager who's not directly involved in your product, or maybe someone who's not even in product but a business leader or a tech leader. It's fine. Just like identify some leader and engage with them and start getting some mentorship from them within your own organization. It's better to get a mentor within your organization because they would know the context of the organization, they would know who else you should have a chat with, and they would also be able to help you understand what are the skills that the organization wants in their product managers and respects and expects in their product managers. So it's better to get a mentor within the organization. If you couldn't, then it's fine, you can reach out as well, but it's better to find within the organization. So find a mentor and ask them to support you in your journey. Ask them, and what kind of questions can I ask my mentor? Honestly, anything, but just for starters, maybe if you're working on a project and you've maybe written a document, you can ask them to comment on it. You can ask them how you should make your documents or how you should run your meetings and so on. The best advice that I can give you about your relationship with your mentor is to make sure that you ask very directed questions. If you just ask that what should I do next, it will be hard for your mentor to guide you. But if you ask them direct pointed question like, is this PRD good enough? Is this document answering the question that it should? How should I run my meetings? How should I manage this specific situation with this difficult stakeholder? Like, if you ask these kind of questions, your mentor should be able to help you better. So that's thing number 2 that you need to do to develop yourself for the future. So now coming to my bonus tip. Well, the bonus tip is that you should read a lot. And why do I say that? Well, as a product manager, you're supposed to be someone who benchmarks from the market, who understands the user, who really basically rocks at a lot of things. And how do we get there faster? Again, do not be anxious if you are not there yet, but you obviously have to get there. So how do we get there? By reading a lot. You can read a lot of books. I genuinely love the book Hooked, and I've done another video on a lot of books and content that you can read through, but I can't recommend the book Hooked enough if you want to understand how to build products that people get addicted towards. So, and that's what every product manager wants, right? So read some of these books and user behavior. Then there are a lot of books about data and how data could lie or how data could give you the right direction. Factfulness is a very amazing book in that topic. So there are a lot of good books that you can read about, and those books will give you the necessary ammunition to get going, to start building a perspective of your own, because obviously if you're new, you don't know all of this, and you will always feel a little bit lesser or a little bit inferior to all the product managers around you who have the experience. And how do you get there faster? By learning from the masters who've written these amazing books. So read a lot and try to learn a lot from the market. Do a lot of research, see what other startups are doing, what are the good stuff that other PMs have done to solve a problem similar to yours, and bring that out. I think that is always appreciated if a product manager is reading a lot, is learning a lot about things and bringing it back to the table. So that is my bonus tip. And with this, I will end my video. But if you are a new product manager and you are suffering through any anxiety, any trouble, well, then my friend, comment on the section below and I will make sure that I respond to you and help you navigate your way through. So with this, I'll end this video. Please like this video. Please share it with your friends who are, suffering through the same thing as you are. And I'll see you next time. Ta-da!